Everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost. Hey, have you ever wanted to use up a bunch of scraps and maybe some, yes, you got it, junk mail? Well, I seem to be in that mode lately, so I made this little guy and I thought I would show you quickly how it is made. It's a little ephemera holder that can be either accompanying a pre-made journal. Oh, back up a little bit here. Or you can clip it to a page with a paper clip or tuck it into a pocket or something like that so it's inside your journal. It's not very thick, as you can see, but it is full of function. Okay, let's take a peek at this little guy. Boop. All right. Oh, it's a little close. A little close, maybe. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. So, yes, I have an abundance of scraps and I have abundance of junk mail and I just feel like I want to do something with them. So I thought I'd invite you along for the ride. So this little guy has an a U-shaped pocket on the front, and it houses a little picture. And the whole purpose of this little guy is it's a little ephemera storage holder to possibly inspire the person that I'm going to give this journal to. Let me back up a little bit. So they'll have some things to play with too. Wouldn't that be awesome, right? Okay, so it opens up. It's a very simple booklet design, and it has, we got funny shadows. Let me bring you down here. It has two pockets here. This is one pocket full of just little Digikits pictures, but you can put anything in here: stamps, little playing cards, little sayings, little quotes, whatever you like. I just had these for example. And these are just made out of plain copy paper. And I'll show you what I did to make them a little bit stronger. It's very easy. It has a double reinforced spine, so it's very strong. But I really wanted to get into the layering using up my scraps. And I had some junk mail I wanted to get rid of. So I thought I'd kick this around and show you what I made. You can also add, this is a lot of fun, little pieces of torn book page. Maybe you'll find one that says, "A frost the chestnuts. We'll go chestnutting the next morning." Isn't that awesome? I mean, this could be glued to any junk journal page anywhere. That would be awesome. Or, you can never go wrong with a little bit of Edith Holden text. No matter what it is, it's wonderful and it's beautifully written, and her printing is adorable. And so save those little pieces. Don't let those go. They are journal gold, yes. And they're just fun to play with. So let's make this little guy. He's very easy and he uses up a lot of stuff. So let's just put him over here for now. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to start with, oh, there it is. Da, da, da. See, I put everything. Yes, that's Holly. Hi, Holly. How you doing? Yes, I'm talking to the people. You want to say hi? No, he doesn't do on cue, apparently. Okay. It's all right, Holly. We still love you. This is actually the other half of this piece of junk mail. Okay, and so basically let's work with the outside cover first. It's a very simple design. Anybody can do this. And let's grab some glue. Glue sticks work great here, but any glue will work. And I'm just going to glue this is called the glue the bejeebers technique. I happen to be using Scotch Create Glue Permanent Glue Stick. That's my favorite glue stick. And there's lots of great glue sticks out there. I suggest always trying a bunch of glues and finding your happy place. Everybody has different needs, wants, and desires when it comes to glue. And you'll know when you like the smell, you like the grab, you like everything about it. You'll know. And you'll know when you don't. Yes. Okay, I have weird shadows. It's later in the day and I get weird shadows later in the day. I hope that's okay. All right, so now I have a plethora of scraps. Let me back up a bit so you can see my entire mess. Yes, the desk is relatively messy again because I've been making stuff. Isn't that awesome? Yes, that's what it means. Okay, here we go. Let's just grab some. Now I can't decide which one to grab. Isn't that it? I like to put a dark defining one on top. So I'm just measuring it with the top. And it's okay if there's bald spots, so we'll work on how to deal with those. And right now we're just looking to fill stuff. And they don't even have to overlap per se because you're working on a base, so they can just snug up, bump against each other, and that will work nicely. Okay? It'll do the trick. It will do the trick. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, this is kind of pretty. This is like a half something I must have made before. I don't know what that is, but we'll use it. you don't need all of this. What is all of this? Okay, let's just use this. Let's go here. Go before the glue dries, Pam. And don't worry if you have tails that hang off the edge. We'll deal with all that. Everything will be dealt with in due time. No sweating, no stress. No, this is all calm and relaxing stuff. You don't have to rush through this. Just grab some scraps, grab some junk mail, and let's play. I may need a contrasting color. What do we have here? Are you kind of contrasting? I'm kind of contrasting. Okay, you'll work. Okay, yeah. You'll know you're having fun when you start talking to your papers. It's just a thing. Yeah, what can I say? It just happens. All right, let's put you here because you're so just darn cute. I like you. Little pieces of book page work tremendously. Oh, I mean, you're so far away. You work tremendously well in this regard. And what else do we have? This big thing? Why not? Okay, let's go this way. I want to show you how to easily deal with bald spots and things like that. Okay, or maybe places where it doesn't perfectly match up, but you just want a little something extra there. Okay, let me dig and ferret a little more. I pulled out a bunch of stuff. Okay, what are you? And if your pieces don't exactly, it's all right. Just stick them down. Just stick them down. That's a pretty side. Yeah, let's use that side. Okay, there. Now, the first thing I recommend is, since we have lots of hangover, let's remove our hangover. If it was only this easy in life. Let's remove our hangover. Don't cut on your plastic mat. Make sure you're cutting on your self-healing mat if you're using a craft knife, or just nip it with scissors. And how about we just nip it with scissors so I don't have to... No, I meant snip. I meant snip it with scissors. That's what I meant. I'm going to snip it off. And there we go. Yes. This is just as easy. Who needs a craft knife? Nobody I know. Okay. Maybe it's easier to follow this way. Okay, ready, cutting. And we're going to come in with a big super trim at the end, so fret not if it's not perfect. We're just kind of aligning our munchkins. And once our munchkins are aligned, everything gets easier. I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm going to go along with the craft knife at the end and get rid of all that extra stuff. Okay, so now I'm back over here. And I'm saying, oh, but I've got bald spots. What am I to do? This is bald, that's bald, and there's a U-shaped bald and a little bald over here. This is where you use your tiny scraps and you come in and you fill it up. So let's say I've got some more of this, right? Well, what can I do with that? Let's see. Can probably put a nice piece of this here and just cover that whole little enchilada. Why don't I do that? Yeah. That's something about Poe on here. Gotta love that, right? Yeah, I gotta save that and get Poe down. Here we go. All right, I'll put you, I'm gonna stick you where the glue is. That would be better. All right, I don't need you to there. Okay, and if you have any peely uppies, we'll deal with you later. Looking for anything. Oh, we have a little, this is, when the, what was it? The dog ran away with the spoon in the rhyme. Well, this was the sunshine ran away with the piano roll paper. Yeah. Oh, he's sleeping, pretending it wasn't him the whole time. But if you have little things that are torn or you don't know what to do with those, it's kind of cool. Look at that little edge and everything. I like that. So I got a little area here, a little, what do we call can you see it? It's a bald area right there, right in between those two pieces. Can you see that? Okay, so I'm just going to come along. I'm going to glue that there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take the old glue stick, run it across the top, make sure my ends are covered, and slap her down. There we go. Magic is gone, and it's sealed. Okay, got a little area over here, and I have to remember we don't need to rush. I think I'm for some reason I'm into rush mode because when I used to look at this pretty old paper from a book. This is from an old book. Hey, quo vadis? Quo vadis Navidad? No, probably not. It's French, I think, actually. I had a really cool caramelized book with quo. I think it's called quo. What does that mean? Who? Who goes there? I don't know. Who vadist? Have you vadist today? I don't know. Stop, Pam, before you hurt yourself. Okay, fine. This is pretty. That's how we get out of that. Okay, we come along here. Okay, there's a word there, so maybe I'm gonna cover all of that. I'm gonna cover the two holes because I see words and I just don't want to see words. So I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll trim it off in the big end finale. But we're gonna wait. We're just gonna do all the little coverage spots first. We could use a little more of you. I like you. We're still here. Okay, we'll use you. It's okay if you hang off the edge a bit because we can trim if needed. Oh, just don't stick to my fingers. Sometimes that happens. I know. And right there. Need a little blue? Oh, why not? Okay, let's try this. This is raffia or something. I don't know where this came from. Some kind of paper raffia. We'll try it. Who knows? It might be totally silliness here, but hey, we're in that mode. We are just in that mode. You know, hey, it's scraps and junk mail. How bad can it be, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? It goes in the garbage? It was going there anyway, right? Right. Okay, so let's not sweat about it. No. Oh, Lord, it's stuck to my thumb. And it's stuck to my other thumb. Okay, wait, something's happening. Okay, shh, it's down. Yay. Oh, there's a spot there too. Oh, see, now you think you're almost done? And you end up with something that looks like this. Okay, let's just put you there for a second. All right, I gotta get out of that. I'll get out of that situation. Okay, now, okay. All right, we just need a little piece of paper. Not with the blue, no, okay. Let's just try this little piece of college rule tea-dyed paper. Whoop, we went under the glue stick. That happens sometimes. We just carry on. Okay, there we go. All right, down. Did we do all our patches? Not bad, huh? Not bad. Okay, so now let's trim it. Okay. I am going to remove, you could totally do this with the scissors as you saw. Totally easy. If you have a craft mat, let's grab your craft knife and your ruler. And let's just shimmy this off. Can you see? Okay. That's it. Okay, and here we go. Go slow and steady. Always keep your eye on the blade. Don't want to lose any appendages. Now we're going to do some close up. See how it's the little like threadies and stuff like that are there? I'm just going to like shave that off because it would just be nice to be all flush. But I am going to probably do a final trim in the end, so don't worry about this too much because there's probably going to be a big chopperoo that's going to come because I can never cut in the middle of something, and you're going to see me attempt to cut in the middle of something soon. Well, I think I just thought of a trick to make it easier, so maybe we'll try that trick. It's not really much of a trick. It's actually called folding it in half to find center. What a concept! Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure I didn't invent that one. Oh, okay, there. All right, so now we have this side. So we have the outside, okay? And now we have this side. Now you have options here. What you can do is you can decorate the whole back and then cut it in half. And the reason why we cut it in half is so that we have a very easy bend. You don't have to cut it in half. You can totally skip that part. Just score down here, train the paper, like rub the score thing in and then fold, fold, fold. That will work fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I love the feel of an easy open close with the fabric seam spine. And there's no sewing, don't worry. Just because we're using fabric doesn't always mean there's sewing. There's no sewing right now. So okay, we are going to attempt the big find the center and then cut it, because that's just the technique I'm using. Okay, do you see this? Oh, you didn't see that, but look at unretracted, retract for safety. Okay, there we go. Now I'm lining up. Okay. Now hoping that that's going to be the middle. Okay, it doesn't have to be a huge crease because I want to see where I'm supposed to cut. Okay, here we go. Can also use one of these aligners, so you're about halfway in between each, which really wasn't where that's pretty close, but you can never really tell with these things. See, it's just not going to work exactly, so no matter what I'm doing, I'm going to have to trim at the end. That's what's going to happen, because it just always does. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we'll look at this and see, oh, not bad. Not bad. Not perfect, because I can see a little bit difference. Okay, let's say it wasn't even, and you're like all afluster. It's like not even, because I know it's going to happen to some folks out there, because it, like, frankly, always happens to me. And mine is not exactly even. So let's just do what we would do to make it even, to make it look like it was all super measured and planned out. Okay, we line it up. Here's our hangover. You can see a little smidge of white. Well, we just take this big guy again. We come down here and we wall up a section off, and then magically everybody is the right width. Go slow, no slidage, no wiggling, and use a sharp blade. Go back again to make sure you were flush, because I wasn't. Okay, there we go. Be careful, like you want to tilt your blade out a little bit so you don't come over, but you don't want to tilt it so much that you're doing one of these deals, because that happens, you know what I mean? Okay, all right. Okay, so I have a little bit of paper tear here, which I can cure that problem by just turning this over, and this will be covered with the spine, and that's how we magically get out of that little issue. Yes. All right, so you might want to decide what is your front and your back, and that is fine. But once you decide, I did round the corners on this one just because I thought it looked sort of cute. But let's go ahead and decorate the inside first. This is what it looks like on the inside. Okay, it was a very simple concept, and we're going to again start with the Scotch Create glue stick, and we're going to glue the bejeebers. And this is the glue the bejeebers technique. Okay, so now let's see if these fit. Not quite. Okay, that's all right. What about you? Do you fit? Oh, you might fit. Look at that. That's pretty close. And that means you almost might fit. No, you're too small. Okay, so I might just, okay, you're bigger. You're fatter. Anyway, the whole concept is we're going to cover the writing on these with white paper. And if it doesn't totally cover, then we're just going to keep putting down more paper until it's finally covered. So that is how I got the white background with the piano paper and also a little bit of extra paper here. I had to cover a bank name because it was coming through the white. Or you could use a colored piece of paper or something like that. That would work as well. All right, so let's get our little glue mat back. Here you are, little glue mat. Thank you for not going too far and still being able to be found in amongst. All right, let's do this. I'm just going to use a bigger piece of paper and we'll just cut it down. How about that? Okay. Get your corners. Get your glue down. Corners are probably the most important because that's where, if there's any issues, that's where it's going to be. Yeah, so get those corners covered. All right, now, whoops. Can you see? Okay. Nope. Okay. Now I'm just going to try and line up the corner, so we only have to do a couple cuts, but if it doesn't work, we'll do extra snipping. It may happen. Sometimes this glue stick allows you to slide things around a little bit. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? When your fingers are dirty and you've got ink and then you've just muckied up what you're making. Sometimes you can get lucky, or sometimes it gets worse. Yeah, how about that? So that might be a job for crafter cover-up. Yes, we will just see. Oh, this could be even worse because my fingers are super sticky. Oh, look at that. Yep, that's how it goes. You know, this is a time when many of us, see, this is why you should wash your hands in between crafting sessions. Yeah, so you make something and then you remember to go wash your hands before you do the presentation on how to make it, because you're sticky and you're covered in ink and you just muck up what you make. But then you remembered you have baby wipes at the ready, wet wipes, and you're off and running. Okay, so let's just, we'll roll with it and we'll cover it or do something. Let's not sweat about it. Okay, so that's the back. Let's do the back first. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Now let's just cover them both. What the heck? We could stick a white piece of paper down. That's not a problem. Here we go. So if I'd stop talking and focus for a second, I can get this done pretty fast. Yeah, this is not complicated. I'm belaboring. Enough of the belaboring, Pam. Just get the paper down. Okay, here we go. Paper's going down. Yeah, I like the feel of copy paper. I got nothing against copy paper. Just because it's common paper doesn't mean it's less than. No, it's quite porous, quite nice. Has a great feel to it. All right, let's cut off those edges. See, here we are cutting off edges again. And that means we're trimming. There we go. There you go. A little wet wipe here. You got glue balls all over the place. All over the place. Did anybody catch? I did not retract my knife. I did not retract my knife again. I'm really trying to be conscious about retracting my knife. Yes. Okay. So here we go. Let's just trim this little side pup off. Nothing to fear, sunshine. Slow. Oh, I'm cutting on that. No, so you don't want to do that because then you go right through this. Yeah, and I will ruin that. Cost me a whole buck at the dollar store or wherever I got it, Goodwill. Okay, here, back on this. Okay, there we go. And same thing here. Yep, I always forget. I go through those things like water. They're so handy, those plastic sheets, and then I forget it's not a crafting mat. Okay, the sound effects are mandatory when you're cutting. Keeps your focus on what you're doing. Ready? Here we go. Okay, there we go. Good. We have it. Oh, look, it almost completely retracted. All right. So now we have this. And now we can attach. Wait, are we? Yes, we're going to attach them now. Now is the time for attachment. Okay. Put this little lovely down again. Get some room. And we want it pretty, like almost touching, but not quite. So I would say about 1/8 of an inch apart is very good. Okay. There you go. Oh. You got to kind of hope you're not sticking to it as you do. Oh, see, it's stuck to it. Okay. Don't breathe. Don't anybody breathe. Let's get our, I'm just going to use a white crochet trim. You could use any piece of material, a piece of muslin, ribbon. I'm going to use this one for the outside because it's a little thicker. And then I have, oh, I swear I have some. I had some. Okay, where is it? All right, hang on. I got to go look. I'll be right back. I'm back. I have a piece of just white ribbon for the inside because it's relatively thin and it'll fold. It won't have a problem folding upon itself. Did anybody move? Did anybody move? Okay, here we go. And we're going down. And then we go across the bridge. And then we go up the railroad tracks. And we're done. Okay. So now it's probably a good idea. Even if it moves, you can reposition it. But take the double swoosh. Yeah, and just finger smoosh it so that it doesn't bleed through your ribbon or whatever you're using as much. Okay, Fabrifix is a clear silicone glue, fabric to fabric, fabric to paper, paper to paper. Okay, and then just take a piece. This is fabric to paper, so that's why I'm using it. And I just like to use it. It's my favorite glue. Okay, here we go. And oh, moving, moving, moving. Okay. And we're down. Hang on. Doorbell. Okay, back from doorbell interruption. All right, and this has dried now, so I can go ahead and just trim this off. The wrong scissors, but that's okay. All right, so that's how, and see how easy it folds? It's just easy. It's just nice. Looks a little raw. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Looks a little raw in here to me. So I think that's why I came in with the ribbon on the inside. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me get my little scissors because I can get a nice little snip here. A relatively straight snip as far as snips are concerned. At least in my world, it's relatively straight. I'm pretty proud of it when it comes out relatively straight. Okay, here we go. Down the mountain, across the bridge, up the railway tracks, and we're done. Okay. Double finger smoosh. And apply in the center as much as center can be gotten. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and that dries pretty fast. That's the nice thing. If you've never seen the Fabrifix bottle before, oh, here's one. I know I always have one here. That's what it looks like. Fabrifix, Fabri-Tac, Beacon 3-in-1 glue. They're all extremely similar glues. I can't tell the difference at all when I use them. Apparently there are differences, but you can't tell. So it just depends where you're located, where you buy it. And, but any glue will work here, but these just seem to work really quickly. I think, I'm butchering this. A hot glue gun would work too, but you know, you get the burns and the glue strings and all that. But some people swear by them, so, you know, find your favorite glue. Find your favorite glue. Okay, now we have this tail we must deal with. Oh, hello, little gnat. Okay, we don't want you here. Go away. All right, now, So we have basic construct. Very nice, right? Okay, what? You let go? I just bragging about what wonderful glue you were, and you just like let go. Probably because I was talking too much with doorbell guy, and then you just passed out. Oh, you give you a second chance in life here. There we go. There we go. Down you go. Yeah. Anyway, it really is strong glue when it's given half a chance in life. Okay. There we go. Oh, where'd prototype go? Hello. Here, it's right here. Okay, so now what I did was I just laid down some, you could use whatever you want. If you have piano paper, you could just put down some piano paper. It gives a little contrast, which is kind of cool. Maybe we'll do that on one side, and then we'll try something else on the other side. It doesn't have to be like a perfect piece. It could be like a piece of a piece, It's just like just something floating there, like covering up the finger smooches, and it serves a wonderful purpose. It does. It just does. Okay, that's about the size of this thing. I'll figure it out once it's down. Okay. And if there's an area that didn't get covered, you just come back in here very gingerly, like a moose came through, gingerly, and you just tack that little guy down. Okay, what are you doing? You want to peel up? I'll get you. There we go. And you're down. All right. Now you can put a little more. If you want a little more contrast, you can put a little piece here. Because we know we're going to put little pockets. So some will be covered and some will still be exposed. So we don't know how much is going to show at this point. It's just all a big mystery. Get some of that glue off. That looks like innocent glue. And I think my fingers are relatively clean. Not really. Okay, apparently I just proved that to myself. All right. Now we have this over here. What I wanted to tell you was over here, let's say, all right, Pam, we tried your big fancy, cover it up with white paper, but you could still see through, and you're not happy with that. So maybe you want to come in here and use a book page. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, hey, we got book pages. We got stuff. You know what I mean? You could come in here and put something down. Yeah, we're talking putting something down. Okay, let's use this one. This is just like really pretty color, and I like that. Okay, so you need to be how big? No bigger than... Yeah, how's about there? Yeah, look good? Yeah, that looks good. Do the old tear trick. All right. Did we do good? Yeah, I think we did pretty good there. Look at that. Covers all those woes. Just going to fold this up. And sometimes you get lucky with a book page. It's so delicate, and these things generally tear really easily because they're so old and fragile. And then, of course, you want to save this extra little caramel colored piece because that, oh, yes, you could just love the color of that. It's so beautiful. I know. Okay. Now, if it's super fragile, don't glue on this. Glue on this. If it's not too bad, you can glue on this. Oh, okay. This is what I'm going to do. This is like middle of the road. So here's how I get the corners. Get the corners like this. Come along and you do this. And if it's strong enough, you just keep going, which is what I'm going to do. But this looks really fragile around the edges. But if it wasn't, then I would do the rest of the gluing on the actual basement piece, this. Okay, we're going down now. I got it going down. Here we go. Okay, floating. Okay, that's not bad. Not perfect, not bad. Okay. Now we have that. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool. Okay, so now let's do a little fancy stuff. If you have one of these, a crocodile corner chomper, you can use this to round the edges, which always makes it pretty. Are you letting go too? What did I do? You're like making me look bad here. Get the glue down. Probably because it has stretch in it. It probably wasn't dry. That's probably what it was. I was probably, just not patient enough. Okay, now we have rounded edges. And now if we come in with, you know who, our ink dauber. And I'm going to today use walnut stain, but it's just a brown. Any brown ink. You could use shoe polish or makeup, or you could use vintage photo is a big favorite of many. And I have vintage photo. I do. I just don't know where it is right now. This one came to the surface first, so it's getting used. And let's face it, brown is brown. You know what I mean? No, there are different shades of brown. No, I appreciate that. But This is not like one of those earth determining things of is it the right, am I using vintage photo or walnut stain. I'm going to do the inside as well. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And now for my next trick, I am going to do the inner folds. I just think they increase the agedness of it. Are you giving away on me too? Oh, because I'm making you fold. Oh, look at that. Nothing's working today. No. No, nobody likes me. All my supplies have gone out the window. Okay, there you go. All right, everything's fine. We're back in business. Okay, see, don't fall apart if something falls apart. Don't you fall apart if something falls apart. You just carry on and do it again. And it's probably just because you didn't wait for it to grab, or I didn't wait for it to grab. Let's call a spade here, Pam. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's look at the other side. Good, we're all inked up on this side already. I'll ink up the corners just a little bit more. Sometimes it looks cute if the corners are extra inked. I don't know why, it's just a thing. All right, here we go. And then we have that. And now all we have to do is put our little pockets in place. And I had a plethora of cutoffs, white cutoff sheets. So I thought, why don't I make some pockets out of those? So this is what I did. It wasn't any rocket science. I just took two pieces that were the same width and the same length, and I glued one of them. Yeah, that's what I did. And then I came along and I put the other one on top. That's how I doubled it. It's thickness. The magic of television. Okay, yeah. What are you doing, Sonny? You eating my shoe? Oh, what is that? Oh, I've got gum or something on the bottom of my shoe? Great. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, son. Thank you. Okay, so now out of this one, I had two big ones. Okay, look, can you see? Okay, so I'm just going to put this down. This is a double thick one now. I'm just going to decide how wide I want my pockets. So I'm going to double that over. This is going to give me two pockets the exact same width. And, oh, I got to move this thing again. That's a pain in the butt. Okay. Did I say, can I say butt on YouTube? Oh, I just said it again. Gnats. Oh, well. Down to YouTube prison I go. Oh, well. There we go. There we are. All right, now we just nip off the edge of this. It's folded there. So once we snip it, that's what I meant, we are going to have two equal ones. All right. Going to cover that. I'm going to put this down now on this strange little page we have. So you can't see all those smudgeroo things that I had there. They're all like magically gone. I'm going to ink this in the walnut stain. Around we go. Around the mountain. And this is, I don't know, it's just so fun and satisfying because you're using up, you don't have to use junk mail. You can use cardstock or cardboard or chipboard or cereal box or anything like that. Or you can just pile up a bunch of papers and glue them together to make a thicker something. And now let's just glue these down. Now, we're going to behave, right? Yes. Your purpose in life is to glue. You will now impress everybody by gluing. All right, let's start with the bottom one. Okay, we'll just pick a nice place to start. Yeah, there's a nice place, yeah. Kind of equidistant from either side. Okay, we like that. Good. What are you? Nobody knows. I'm a piece of glue. Okay, great. And now we have your brother. All right, I'll just put a little tiny bit of glue. Little bit. A little tiny glue. Little bit. Okay. And up here. And, okay, there, and then we have two pockets, and we're done. Isn't that amazing? Oh, we're done that page. Okay, so it starts to come together pretty quickly at this point, so hold your horses, and hold your hats, and hold anybody else that needs to be held at the moment. All right. So now we are going to make these. There's three on. I really don't want to cover that. I think that's really amazing. So if I can only get two, I'll only get two. Same concept. Get something to glue on. Get these guys down. Whoop. Okay, I got my mat. I'm making one all super glued. Got my corners. Feeling good about that. Yep. Life's cruising. And then we're going to get its little merry mate here. We'll be bonded forever. If I can line you up properly. That's the trickiest part. All right, here we go. Okay, pretty close. Pretty close. We'll take it. And then we'll fold you in half. And then we'll see exactly, we'll move this guy. We'll see exactly how wide you need to be. So we want you to be very similar in width. Okay. All right. I might be able to get 3. Yeah. All right, let me make one more. Okay, so this one I only have 1 strip, and I'm just going to glue him back onto himself, and that'll give me the 3rd missing little magic bean here. Okay, here we go. Probably didn't need that much glue, but we're just being extra careful. Okay, that should everything's gonna line up. Now, why do you buckle on me? Okay, there we go. Close enough. Actually, I think the wrinkles and the not quite so perfectness of it, like that, is endearing. I don't know, I just think it's endearing. Yeah. Call it what you will. I think it's endearing. All right, let's make sure that these are this. I can't even remember who's what where. Okay, so these have not been cut, and this is the 3rd guy. So let's just make everybody together. And we are on the cutting mat. So everybody will be cut the same on the proper cutting surface. So we don't cut through our glue mat. Okay, here we go. All right. Another one. And we flip her over. If all goes well, we shall have, there we go. Retracting, did you hear it? Yeah, that was a good sound. Now, I think this little dot on the bottom, I don't know what it is. Some schmutz from days gone by, but it's adorable and I want to keep it. So I'm going to put this maybe a little higher. Oh, I don't know, I might lose it if I do 3 because I want to save that too. Tough decisions in life, you know? Okay, I think I can salvage the top one or this word, but I'm going to have to let go of the little bottom one. Yeah, it happens. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? Okay, and we ink, and we ink, and we ink, and then we ink. And while we're inking, we realize we've got more inking to do. So we're inking a little more. Yep. All right, here we go. Oh, I hope you're having fun today. Yeah, with a lot of us out there, we've people with paper passion. Boy, we are not alone. So don't you think you're a weirdo, because you are not. You have many others around you that like to play with paper too. And a lot of times we're kind of quiet about it. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do for a hobby? I play with paper. It's almost like you have to you feel like, I don't know. It's kind of like I ran into that today. I was at a little luncheon, and oh, what do you like to do? Junk journal. Anybody heard of a junk? No, nobody's heard of a junk journal. Okay, so it kind of was sort of like scrapbooking, but not really at all. Yeah, and squirrely face. And of course, I did not have my note from the bookmaker that I could just hand them and be done with it, because I was having like a mouthful of, quesadilla or something like that at the moment. So I think it was just lost in translation. But I think I maybe piqued their interest because maybe one of them might go home and actually look up what it is. Yeah. I don't know, because you'll know immediately when you interact with another paper lover. Yeah, we find each other. We do. We're like, oh, really? You'll get that. That's kind of the thing. But then sometimes people don't know they're paper lovers. I didn't know I was a paper lover until I started playing with paper. So don't rule anybody out. They could really have a lot of fun. And if you don't let them know, then, they'll never go down that path and never know. Okay, back to prototype, wondering what on earth I put in here. Okay, so we're back here. We're looking very similar. And then we just do a little bit of fun decoration, optional. What did I do? Let's see. Oh, I had these like flowers from the 1800s. You don't have to have flowers from the 1800s. You could stamp a flower. You could put a sticker. You could draw a little picture. You could cut a picture out of a magazine or a book. I'm going to glue this down with this amazing Fix. Remember, the word fix is in there, so you're supposed to be sticking. It's pretty strong glue, so yeah, it's just pretty good. Of course, it would be more impressive if it worked. Camera, okay. All right, there we go. You're down, you're not going anywhere. You're so flat, nobody knows. Okay, and I have one little flower left. Come here before I break you. Will you fit? Oh, no, I should have put the smaller one over there. Oh boy, now I got to sacrifice. No, I've got one more little piece. I'll use this one. Here, just like right there. Yeah, Quo Vadis. Quo Vadis, Quo Vadis. Now I got to go look that up and find out what it means. Quo, is that quo? I'm thinking that means who. Who are you? Who? What did you say? Maybe? No, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll Google it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. All right. I can hear you shouting. I can hear you shouting, no, it means this, you Goomba. Maybe it's Latin. I don't know. It's probably French. I think it's French from a French book. Okay, Hello Kitty little birdie stamp. Yeah, and I just thought I would stick her here. Boom. There, very nice. And then what else did we do? We did the word imagine and a little dandelion. I think that's a little dandelion thingy. Okay, here's a little dandelion. You know, sometimes it's fun to play with the old rubber stamps. Sometimes, you know, we forget we have them and we ignore them. It's almost like from a craft from days gone by. Remember the rubber stamping days? I love rubber stamps. I do. I do. I love rubber stamps. I don't know. They're fun to work with. There. It's very rewarding. You know, it's just like, You don't need that many, and certainly not as many as I have. I was going to bring in Dragonfly, but there wasn't a spot left. Okay, do we have everybody? That is good. So now all we do is we load, and then we put a little pocket on the front. Let's do the pocket first, because I had a... Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, so, oops. Oh, sorry, the cord. Somebody told me about a wireless mic. I have to look into that. Okay, so I found this from a Digikit. And I'll put all the links to the Digikits that I use below. And if you're looking for them, they're in my Etsy shop, but I will try and find the exact names for you. I have to look them up because I can't remember. But this one, I think, maybe I'll do a little sideways pocket, because the other one I did a U-shaped pocket, but maybe this, I'll make it more like a... maybe a belly band or something like that, you know? Let's just see. Let me ink this up a little bit more for more contrast. You can intensify your inkage. There. Showing up a little bit more there. And I think I would actually come along and use the brown on it too. I think I want to give it some extra, like a multicolored, extra de-stressing on this one. I don't know, I just think that's kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, very nice. All right, so let's go ahead. Actually, I'm having an urge. Okay, use one more color on it. And we're going to crazy town now. Okay, what's this? Probably the wrong dauber. It's okay. Just on the corner, I'm going to use some. What is it? What is it? Aged mahogany. Okay, that's what it is. Just a little bit on the edges here and there. Yeah. Okay. There, now we're popping. Now we're popping. We be popping. Okay. So I'm just going to glue the top and the bottom, and then this will be a little extra holder for something. Okay. And that could be a little anything. Doesn't matter. So now we have that. And you could glue it straight down. You don't have to make it a little pocket or something, or a belly band hold, but you can. And let's see, that might look kind of cool in there. Just stick you back there. Oh, that's kind of cute, right? Yeah, look at that. So this was also from a Digikit. I think it's Maps. I had to guess, but I will, like I said, put them down below. But you can just tuck that in there as a little holder. And now let's go ahead and fill in on the inside. And I just grabbed a little random little somethings. And like, you know, you can put a little piece of piano paper in there if you wish. And then you just go ahead and you just tuck these little guys in there. You just tuck them in. And you can ink them as well. Sometimes that gives them a little bit of standoutishness, a little pop against the background, which Makes for nice little collections. And if you have any, this is a Victorian scrap, they're called. Little things that they used to put in their scrapbooks, little pretty things, and you can tuck little tiny things like that in there. Or, you know, if you have these, like I said, you can use little pictures, little stamps or playing cards. I mean, like postage stamps would be cute to tuck in here as well. You know, whatever you have, doesn't matter. And you can just have a lot of fun doing this. Saving your little pieces and maybe stockpiling something for somebody to play with. How fun would that be? Then they're gonna have stuff. They're gonna have lots of stuff. Yeah. All right, let's put maybe a butterfly here. And, oh, I have this little hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo. Quo vadis, little owl. Who are you? We can't hide you there. We'll put you there. And so you can tuck quite a bit in here. That's what I kind of wanted to show you. Now, since we have a caramel background, I'll just tuck that little guy in there. I think I had another little guy, didn't I? Where's the other little guy? I had all sorts of stuff. But you can even like take little pieces like that and you want to give them something to play with, you know, and you can just, you know, do one of these deals. It's against white, so it's going to look kind of cute. Or like in this one where I use the little book page accents. Very fun to add to any little ephemera collection. So I think we're done. I think we're done. Yeah, we got everything tucked in. So I hope you liked this. I hope you had fun. These are super easy to make, and they're super fun, and they're a great way to use up junk mail and scraps and have a lot of enjoyment to your day. So I hope you're having way more fun than is allowed. And I hope you're having an awesome day. So thanks very much for hanging out, and welcome to all my new members, and hello to everybody who's been here for a while. I think it's awesome. We're all hanging out together, having fun, and we are the paper lovers, absolutely, and we understand each other and where we're all coming from here. So for those of you who don't know, please, if you find value here, please like, subscribe, and share. And my videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays at 7 a.m. Eastern time. My podcasts, which are audio, come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have a bunch of, not a bunch, I'm making a few every now and then of these ephemera collections, which are, I can kind of show you where they come from. I have a, can I get this? I'd have to. So you got some, those are ledgers. Oh, can't even see all of them. Hang on. There's some of them. I've been digging. I've been foraging in my stash, and I have a lot of stuff, and I've been collecting for years. So I've decided to go ahead and make some old paper collections, basically for other folks, so they can play with old papers too. If you have a hard time finding them or something like that, or they're expensive, or it's just too much, work to go and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in those, I'm going to make a few every now and then and put them into my Etsy store. So if you can come by every once in a while, take a peek. You might get lucky and you might find some available. And what else can I tell you? Oh, my newsletter comes out. My newsletter is a free monthly emailed newsletter, and you do get a free digital image emailed to you monthly, along with checklist of supplies, note from the bookmaker, junk journal supply, and updates from me. And then can be found on Instagram, Pinterest, Etsy, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And come and join our Facebook group. We're having a lot of fun over there doing weekly and monthly challenges. And I love seeing what you guys make from the videos. It's so awesome and inspiring. Thank you. And what else? Amazon store. I have an Amazon store where if you're looking for, what was that glue she used? Scotch Create glue stick. You can find it there. I try and put almost everything that I use in there if I can find it on Amazon. So if you're looking for it, at least it's a place where you can go and look at the thing. You can buy it there. You can buy it elsewhere. And a lot of the stuff you can get at Hobby Lobby or Etsy or Michael's or eBay and stuff like that. So look around, find the best price you can for yourself, and make yourself a good deal and have some fun. And remember that fun can be simple. And Snuffer Pants, do you have anything to say? No, Mom, I'm over in the kitchen doing something untold. Okay, great. Well, hello from Little Snuffer Pants and Holly and Leonardo and Happy and Papa and myself. Take care, everybody. Have an awesome day. Bye.